not by my will to trouble you, but since you make your pleasures of your pains, I will no further guide you.
I could not have stayed behind you. A desire more sharp than filed steel did spur me forth, and not all love to have seen you. Though so much as may have drawn me to a longer voyage, but rather jealousy, that might befall your troubles. In these parts, being skilless, unfriended, unguided, often prove rough and inhospitable. My willing love, by these arguments of fear I set forth in your pursuit.
Oh, my kind Antonio, I can no other answer make but thanks, and thanks, and ever thanks. And oft good turns are shuffled off with such uncurrent pay. Were my worth and my conscience firm, you should find better dealings. What's to do? Shall we go and see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. Best first we speak to your lodging.
I am not weary. 'Tis long tonight. I pray you, let us satisfy our eyes with the monuments and things of fame that do renown this great city.
Will you pardon? I do not without danger walk these streets. Once, in a sea fight against the county's galleys, I did some service of such note indeed. But were I 10 here, it would scarce be answered.
Be like you slew great many of his people.
The offence is not of such a bloody nature, albeit the policy and moral might well have given a bloody argument. I have since been repaid in returning what we took from them, which for traffic's sake most of our city did. Only myself stood out, which, if I be lapsed here, I'll pay dear.
Do not then walk too open.
It doth not. Here, take my first. At the south suburbs, in the Elephant, is best to lodge. You beguile yourself with viewings of the town, while I speak to our diet. There you may have it.
Why are your pets?
Well, happily your eye may light upon some toy you have desired to purchase, and your store, I feel, is not for idle market, sir.
I will be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the Elephant.
I do remember.
I have sent after him. He says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What bestow of him? For youth is bought more often begged or borrowed. I speak too loud. Where is Malvolio? He is coming, madam. But in a very strange manner. He is sure possessed, madam. Why, what's the matter? Does he rave? No, madam. He does nothing but smile. Your ladyship were best to have some guard about you if he come. For sure the man is tainted in his wits. Go call him hither. I'm as mad as he, if sad and merry madness he will be. How now, Malvolio? Oh!
Sweet lady, ho ho!
What mindest thou? I sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad lady, I could be sad. This does make some obstruction of the blood, this cross-country. What of that? If it pleases the eye of one, it is with me as a very true sonnet is. Please one, and please all.
Why, how dost thou, man? What is the matter with thee?
Not like in my mind, but yellow in my legs. It did come to his hands, and commands shall be executed. I think we do know the sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed? Oh, aye, sweetheart, and I'll come to thee.
God comfort thee. Why does thy smile so, and kiss thy hand so oft? How do you, Malvolio?
At your request, yes. Nightingales answer doors.
Why appear you with this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well writ.
What meanest thou that, Malvolio?
Some are born great,
Ah,
some achieve greatness,
what sayest thou?
and some have greatness thrust upon them.
Heaven restore thee!
Remember who commended thy yellow stockings,
Thy yellow stockings,
and wish to see thee cross-gartered.
cross-gartered.
Go to, thou art made if thou art desirous to be so.
Am I maid?
If not, let me see thee a servant still.
Why, this is very midsummer madness.
Good madam, the young gentleman of Count Orsino's has returned. I can hardly entreat him back. He awaits your ladyship's pleasure.
I'll come to him. Good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. Where is my cousin Toby? Let some of my people take special care of him. I would not have him miscarry for the half of my dowry.
Do you come near me now? No worse than Sir Toby to look to me? This contends directly with the letter. She sends him on purpose that I might appear stubborn to him, for she incites me to that in the letter. Cast thy humble slough, says she. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants, let thy tongue tang with arguments of state. I have limed her, but it is Jove's doing, and Jove makes me thankful. And when she went away just then, let this fellow be looked to. Fellow, not Malvolio, not after my degree, but a fellow. Why, everything adheres together, that no dram of a scruple, no scruple of a scruple, no obstacle, no incredulous or unsafe circumstance. What can be said? Nothing that can be can come between me and the full prospect of my hopes. Well, Jove, not I, is the doer of this, and he is to be thanked.
Which way is he in the name of sanctity? If all the devils over the hell be drawn in little, and Satan himself possessed him, yet I will speak to him.
Here he is! Here he is! How is it with you, ma? How is it with you, sir?
Gaff! I discard you. Let me enjoy my private. Go off.
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him. Did not I tell you? Sir Toby, my lady, prays you to have a care of him.
Go to. Peace, I say. We must deal gently with him. Let me alone. How now, Malvolio? How is it with you? What man would defy the devil? Consider, he's an enemy of mankind.
Do you know what you say?
Pray God he be not bewitched.
Take his water to the wise woman.
Marry, and it shall be done tomorrow morning. If I live, my lady will not lose him for more than I'll say.
How now, mistress?
Oh, Lord!
Prithee, peace, I say. This is not the way. Do you not see that you move him? Let me alone with him.
And no way but gentleness. Gently, gently. Though the fiend be rough, he will not be roughly used.
How now, my poor cock? How is it with you, Chuck?
Sir,
Get him to say his prayers, good Sir Toby. Get him to pray.
my prayers meet.
No, I warrant you, he will not hear of godliness.
Go, hang yourselves all. You are all idle, shallow things. You are not of my element. You will know more hereafter.
Is it possible?
If this were played on a stage now, I would condemn it as improbable fiction.
His very genius have taken infection of the device man.
Nay, pursue him now, lest the device take air and take.
Why, we shall make him mad indeed.
The house will be the quieter.
What? We'll have him in a dark room and bound. My niece is already of the belief that he is mad, and we may carry it thus for our pleasure and his penance until our very pastime, tired and out of breath, prompts us to have mercy upon him. At which time we'll call the device to the bar and crown thee a finder of madmen. But see,
More matter for a May morning.
Here's the challenge I wanted. Read it. There's vinegar and pepper in it.
Is it so saucy?
I say so. Read it. I warrant it.
Give it to me, I'll read it. Youth, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good and valiant.
Wonder not, nor admire not in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I will show you thee no reason for it.
And good enough that'll keep you at the blow of the law.
Thou comest to my lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly. But thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Well, that's very brief, and to exceedingly good senseless.
I will waylay thee going home, when, if it by thy chance to kill me,
Good.
thou kill'st me like a rogue and a villain. Fare thee well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, for I have the better hope. And so look to thyself. Thy friend as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Aguchi. If this moves him not, then he legs cannot. I'll deliver it.
You make a very fit occasion for it. He's in some commerce with my lady, and will by and by depart.
Go, Sir Andrew, scout before him at the corner of the orchard like a Bombay. And as soon as thou seest him, draw. And as thou draw, swear horrible. For it comes to pass oft that a terrible oath, in a swaggering accent, sharply twanged off, gives man more approbation than proof itself would have given. Away!
Nay, let me alone for swearing.
Now will not I deliver this letter, for the behaviour of the young gentleman gives him out to be of good capacity and learning. And this letter, being so excellently ignorant, shall breed no terror in him. But, sir, I'll deliver his challenge by word of mouth. Set upon Aguchi a notable report of valour, and drive the young gentleman into a most hideous opinion of his rage, skill, fury, and impetuosity. This will so fright them both that they'll kill each other by the look like cockatoos.
Here he comes with your niece. Give them way until he takes leave, and then presently after him.
I'll contemplate the while some horrid message for the challenge.
There's something in me that reproves my fault, but yet such a headstrong, potent fault it is that it will not reprove.
With the same behaviours that your passion bears goes on thy master's griefs.
Here, wear this jewel for me. This is my picture. Refuse it not, it hath no tongue to vex you, and I beseech you come to me again. What shall you ask of me that I'll deny, that with mine honour saved upon asking give?
Nothing but this, your true love, for my master.
How with mine honour may I give him that I have give to you?
I will acquit you.
We'll come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. Fiends like thee may bear my soul to hell.
God bless thee, gentlemen.
And you, sir?
That defence thou hast, betake thee to it. Of what nature are the wrongs thou hast done him? I know not, but thy interceptor, full of despite, bloody as the hunter, attends thee at the orchard end.
You mistake, sir. I'm sure no man hath any quarrel to me. My remembrance is very free and clear of any image of offence done to any man.
You'll find it otherwise, I assure you. Therefore, if you hold your life at any price, betake thee to thy guard. For thy opposite has in him all that youth, strength, vigour, and wrath can furnish man withal.
I pray you, what is he?
He is a knight, but he's a very devil in private thrall. Souls and bodies having divorced three. And his incensement at this moment is so implacable that satisfaction can be none but by pangs of death and sepulchre. Hot dog is his word. Give it or take it.
I am no fighter. I have heard some men put their quarrels purposely on others to taste their valour. Be like, this is a man of that quirk?
Sir, no. His indignation derives itself out of a very competent injury. Therefore, get you on. Give him his desire, or sheath your sword staff naked, or meddle you must.
I beseech you, do me the courteous office as to know of the knight what my offence to him is. It is something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I'll do so. Fabian, stay you by this gentleman till my return.
I pray you, do you know of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you to mortal abasement, but nothing of the circumstance more.
What manner of man is he?
Nothing of that wonderful promise to read him by his form are you like to find in the proof of his valour. He is, sir, the most skilful, bloody, and fatal opposite you could possibly find in any part of Ameria. Shall you watch what? I would make your peace with it if I could.
I shall be much bound to you for it.
Why, man, he's a very devil. I have never seen such a farrago. I had a set to with him, rapier, scabbard and all, and he gave me the stuck in with such a mortal motion that it would have been inevitable. And as for answer, he pays thee as surely as thy feet hit the ground that they stand on. They say he's been a fencer with the Sophie.
Pox, I'll not meddle with him.
They will not now be pacified. Fabian can scarce hold him yonder.
Plaguing it, and I thought he was cunning and so valiant in fence. If I saw him, I'd damn good challenge him. But let him let the matter slip, and I will give him my horse, Great Capulet.
I'll make the motion. Stand you there, make a good show on it. This will not end in the perdition of souls. Marry, I'll ride his horse as well as I ride him. I have his horse to enter into the quarrel. I have convinced him the youth's a very devil.
Well, he is as horribly conceited of him. He pants and looks pale as if a bear were at his heels.
There is no remedy, sir. He will have a fight with you for honour's sake. But marry, he's better bethought himself of this quarrel, and he considers that now scarce worth talking of. So draw in defence of his vow. He protests he will not hurt you.
Pray God defend me. A little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of a man.
Give him ground if you see him look furious.
Come, Sir Andrew, there is no remedy. The Count will, for honour's sake, have one bout with you. But he has promised, as he is a soldier and a gentleman, he will not hurt you. Come on, about it!
Pray God he keeps his oath.
I do assure you, 'tis against my will.
Come on, about it! Put up your sword! If this young gentleman has done offence, I take the fault on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you. Why, sir, what are you? One, sir, but for his love would dare do more than you have heard him brag to you, he will. Why, if you are an undertaker, I am for you!
Good Sir Toby, halt. Here comes the officer.
I'll see thee anon.
Antonio, I arrest you at the suit of Count Orsino.
You do mistake me, sir.
Oh no, I know your favour well. Not a jot, I know your favour well. So you now no longer wear a sea cap on your head. He knows I know him well.
I must obey. This comes with seeking you, but there's no remedy, I'll answer it. What will you do now my necessity was making me to ask for you for my purse? You stand confused. Be of comfort. I must entreat of you some of that money.
What money, sir? For the fair kindness you've shown me in part being prompted by your present trouble, out of my lean and low ability, I'll lend you something. My having is not much. Hold. There's half of my coffer.
Will you deny me now? Can it be that my persuasions can lack persuasion to you? Oh, do not tempt my misery, lest it make me so unsound a man as to upbraid you with those kindnesses that I have done for you.
Well, I know of none, nor know I use thy voice or any feature. I hate ingratitude more in a man than lying vainness, babbling drunkenness, or any taint of vice whose strong corruption inhabits our frail blood.
Oh, heavens themselves!
Come, sir! Away you go!
One moment. Let me speak a minute. This youth that you see here, I snatched one half out of the jaws of death, relieved him with such sanctity of love, and to his image, which methought did prove most venerable birth, did I devotion.
Come, sir, I pray you go!
But oh, how vile and idle proves this God. You, Sebastian, have done good features shame. In nature there is no blemish but the mind. None can be called deformed but the unkind. Virtue is beauty. For the beauteous evil are empty trunks. Oh, we flourish by the devil!
Come, sir, away with you!
Leave me on.
Methinks his words do from such passion fly that he believes himself. So do not I. Oh, prove true, imagination, oh, prove true that I, dear brother, be now taken for you. He named Sebastian. I, my brother, know, yet living in my glass. Even such and so in favour was my brother, for still he went in this fashion, colour, ornament, for him I imitate. Oh, if it prove tempests are kind and salt waves fresh in love.
A very dishonest poultry boy, and more a coward than a hare. As for his dishonesty, it shows itself in leaving his friend in necessity and denying him. And as for his cowardship, ask Fabian here.
A coward, a devout coward, religious on it.
Slim, I'll after him again and beat him.
Yeah, go cuff him soundly.
Come, let's see the event.
I dare lay any money, 'twill be nothing yet.
Will you make me believe that I have not sent for you?
Go to, thou art a foolish fellow. Let me be clear of thee.
Well, hell thou ye faith. No, I do not know you, nor I am not sent to you by my lady to bid you to come speak with her. Nor your name is not Master Cesario. Nor this is not my nose neither. Nothing that is sown is sown.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou'st not know me.
Then my folly. He has heard that word of some great man, and now applies it to a fool. Then my folly. I prithee, now ungird thy strangeness, and tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
I prithee thee, foolish Greek, depart from me.
Now, sir, I've seen you again. This is for you.
Why, this for thee, and this, and this. Are all the people mad? Hold,
Oh, this I will tell my lady straight.
Hey,
Go on, sir, hold!
hey, let him alone. I'll find another way to work with him. I have an excellent battery against him, maybe any law in this area. Though I hit him first, there's no matter in that.
let go thy hand.
Come, sir, I will not let you go. Come, my young soldier, put up your iron. You are well placed, come on.
I will be free from thee. Well, what wouldst thou now? Well, if thou darest tempt me further, draw thy sword.
I must have an answer too of that malapert friend of yours.
Hold, Toby, and thy life I charge thee pulled. Will it ever be thus, ungracious wretch? Fit for the mountains and the barbarous caves where manners ne'er were preached. Out of my sight. Be not offended, dear Cesario. Rude be gone. Lizzie, gentle friend, let thy fair wisdom not thy passion sway in this uncivil and unjust extent against thy peace. Go with me to my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath botched up, that thou mayst smile at this. Thou shalt not choose but go. Do not deny. Shrewd he sold for me, and started one poor house of mine in me.
fishes in this? How runs the stream? Or am I mad? Or else, this is a dream? If fancy still my sense in wreathed sleep, for if this is to dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, come, I prithee, wilt thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will!
Oh, say so, and so be.
Now sit! Ah!
Nay, I prithee, put on this gown. Make him believe thou art sent all past curate. Do it quickly.
Well, I'll put it on, and I will dissemble myself in it. And I would I were the first that ever dissembled in such a gown.
Jove bless thee, Master Parson.
Buenos dias, Sir Toby.
To him, Sir Topaz.
What ho? I say, peace in this prison.
Who calls her?
Sir Topaz the curate, who comes to visit Malvolio the lunatic.
Sir Topaz, good Sir Topaz, go to my lady.
Antagonical fiend, how vexest thou this man? Talkest thou nothing but of ladies?
Good Sir Topaz, do you not think I am mad? They have laid me here in hideous darkness.
Fie thou dishonest Satan, sayest thou that house is dark?
As hell, Sir Topaz.
Why, it hath bay windows, transparent as barricadoes, and the clear stories towards the south north are as lustrous as ebony. And yet complainest thou of obstruction?
I am not mad, Sir Topaz. I say to you, this house is dark.
Oh, madman thou arrest! I say there is no darkness but ignorance, in which thou art more puzzled than the Egyptians in their fall.
And I say this house is as dark as ignorance, though ignorance were as dark as hell. And I say there was never man thus abused. I am no more mad than you are. Make the trial of it in any constant question.
What is the opinion of Pythagoras concerning wildfowl?
That the soul of our grandad might happily inhabit a bird.
What thinkest thou of his opinion?
I think nobly of the soul, and in no way approve his opinion.
Fare thee well. Remain thou still in darkness. Thou shalt hold thy opinion of Pythagoras, or I will allow of thy wits.
Sir Topaz, Sir Topaz!
My most exquisite Sir Topaz, to him in thine own voice, and bring me word how thou find'st him. I would we were well rid of this knavery, for I'm so far in offence with my niece that I cannot pursue with any safety this sport to the upshot. Come by and by to my bedchamber.
Hey Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how thy lady does.
Fool.
Hey Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how thy lady does. My lady isn't kind, hardy.
Fool!
Alas, why is she so? She loves another.
Fool, I say!
Who calls her?
Good fool, as ever thou wilt deserve well at my hand, help me to a candle and pen, ink and paper. I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
Master Malvolio.
Aye, good fool.
Oh, alas, sir, how fell you beside your five wits?
Fool, there was never man so notoriously abused. I am as well in my wits as thou art.
But as well as, then you are mad indeed if you be no better in your wits than a fool.
Fool, they have here propertied me, keep me in darkness, send ministers to me, asses, and do all that they can to face me out of my wits.
Advise what you say, the minister is here. Malvolio, Malvolio, thy wits the heavens restore. Endeavour thyself to sleep, and leave thy vain bibble babble.
Sir Topaz?
Maintain no words with him, good fellow.
Who, I, sir? Not I, sir. God be with you, good Sir Topaz.
Many amen.
I will, sir, I will.
Fool, 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 I say!
Yes, sir, be patient. What say you, sir? I am shed from speaking to you.
Fool, help me to some light and some paper. I tell thee I am as well in my wits as any man in Illyria.
Well a day that you were, sir.
By the
And I am. Fool, some ink, paper and light, and convey what I will set down to my lady. It will advantage thee more than ever the bearing of letter did.
I will help you to it, but tell me true. Are you not mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
Believe me, I am not. I tell thee true.
Nay, I'll never believe a bad man till I see his brains. I will fetch you some light and paper and ink.
I will requite in the highest degree. I pity be gone.
I am gone, sir, and anon, sir, I'll be with you again, a true good man devil.
Up you get. Oh. You're right now.
That is the glorious sun. This pill she gave me. I do feel it and see it. And though it is wonder that enwraps me thus, but 'tis not madness. Where is Antonio then? I could not find him at the Elephant. Yet there he was, and there I found this credit that he did range the town to seek me out. His counsel could do me golden service now. For though my soul disputes well with my sense that this may be some error, but no madness, yet doth this accident and flood of fortune so far exceed all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distrust my eyes and wrangle with my reason that persuades me to any other but that I am mad. Or else the lady's mad. But if it was so, she could not sway her house, command her followers, give and receive her affairs and their dispatch with such a smooth, discreet, and stable bearing as I perceive she does. There's something deceivable in it. And here the lady comes.
Blame not this haste of mine. Now if you mean well, go with me and this holy man into the chantry by. There before him and underneath that consecrated roof, plight me with the full assurance of your faith, so that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. We shall conceal it, while God willing it shall come to know the time we will our celebration keep, according to my birth. What do you say?
I will follow this good man and go with you, and, having sworn truth, ever will be true.
Then lead the way, good father. Heaven so shine that they shall fairly note this act of mine.
Thou lovest me, show me Malvolio's letter.
Good Master Fabian, grant me another request.
Anything.
Do not desire to see this letter.
That is to give a dog, and in recompense require my dog again.
Belong you to the Lady Olivia, friend?
I serve you some of her trappings.
I know thee well. How dost thou, my good fellow?
Truly, sir, the worse for my friends and the better for my foes.
Just the contrary, the better for thy friends.
No, sir, the worse.
How can that be?
Marry, sir, they praise me and make an ass of me. Now my foes tell me plainly that I am an ass. So by my foes I profit in the knowledge of myself, and by my friends I am abused. So that conclusions to be as kisses, if your four negatives make your two affirmatives, why then, worse for my friends and the better for my foes?
Why, this is excellent. If you could let your lady know that I am here to see her and bring her along with you, this will awaken my bounty further.
Marry, sir, lullaby to your bounty. Let your bounty take a nap, I will wake it anon.
Oh, here comes the man, sir, that did rescue me.
That face of his I do remember well, yet when I saw it last, it was besmeared as black as Vulcan in the smoke of war. What's the matter?
Orsino, this is Antonio, who took the Phoenix and her fraud from Candy. And this is he that did board the tiger when your young nephew Titus lost his way. Roaming the streets in shame and strife, in private brawl did we apprehend him.
He did me kindness, sir.
know not what it was but distraction.
Notable pirate, thou salt water, what foolish boldness has brought thee to their mercies, whom in thou terms so bloody and so dear hast made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that I shake off these names you give me. Antonio never yet was thief nor pirate, though I confess, on base and ground enough, Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither. That ingrateful boy there by your side, from the rude seas, enraged and foamy-mouthed did I redeem. A wreck he was, past hope. His life I gave him, and did thereto add my love, without restraint or retention. For his sake did I expose myself into this adverse town, drew to defend him when he was beset, where his false cunning, not meaning to partake with me in danger, taught him to face me out of his acquaintance, and grew me a 20 years removed thing, while one would wink, denied me my own purse, which I had recommended to his use not half an hour before.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord, and the 3 months prior. Both day and night we kept company, without interim.
Here comes the Countess. Now heaven walks the earth, but to thee, fellow, thy words are madness. Some 3 months this youth hath tended upon me, but more of that anon, take him aside.
What would my lord, but that he may not have, wherein Olivia may seem serviceable? Cesario, you do not keep promise with me.
Madam,
Gracious Olivia,
What do you say, Cesario? Good my lord.
my lord would speak, my duty hushes me.
If it be aught to the old tune, my lord, it is as fat and fulsome to mine ear as howling after music.
still so cruel.
Still so constant, lord.
To what? Perverseness? You uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and inauspicious altars my soul the faithfulest offerings hath breathed out that ere devotion tended. What shall I do?
Even what it please, my lord, that shall become him.
Why should I not? Hath I the heart to do it? Kill what I love, a savage jealousy that sometimes savours nobly. But hear me this, since you non-regardants cast my faith, and I partly know the instrument that screws me out of my true place in your favour, live you the marble-breasted tyrant still. But this your minion, whom I know you love, and whom to heaven I swear I tender dearly, him I will tear out of that cruel eye where he sits in his master's spite. Come, boy, with me, my thoughts are ripe with mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I, most jocund apt of willingly to do you rest 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him, I love more than these eyes, more than my life, more by all moors than ever I shall love wife. If it be feigned by witness of love, punish my life for tainting of my love.
I may be tested. How am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Is it so long? Call forth the Holy Father.
Come away.
Whither, my lord? Cesario, husband, stay.
Husband?
Aye, husband, can he that deny?
Her husband, sirrah?
No, my lord, not I.
Alas, it is the baseness as thy fear that makes thee strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario. Be that thou know'st thou art, and then thou art as great as that thou fear'st. Father, oh welcome, Father. I charge thee by thy reverence here to unfold, though lately we intended to keep in darkness what occasion now reveals itself before 'tis right. What does perhaps newly know hath newly passed between this youth and me?
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by mutual joinder of your hands, attested by the holy close of lips, strengthened by interchangement of your rings and all the ceremony of this compact, sealed in my function by my testimony, since when my watch has told my brave I've travelled about 2 hours.
Oh, thou dissembling cub, what wilt thou be when time has sowed a grizzle on thy case? Or will thy craft so quickly grow that thine own trick shall be thine overthrow? Farewell, and take her. But henceforth, direct thy feet where thou and I shall never meet.
My lord, I do protest.
Oh, do not swear. Hold little faith, thou hast too much fear.
For the love of God, send a surgeon from Sir Toby.
What's the matter?
I've broken my head across and given Sir Toby a bloody costume too. For the love of God, help. I'd rather have £40 than be at home.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count's gentleman, Cesario, we took him for a coward, but he's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman Cesario.
Oh, lively, here he is. You broke my head for nothing, and that what I did was I was set on to do it by Sir Toby.
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your sword upon me without cause, and I bespake you fair and hurt you not.
If a bloody cost can be a hurt, you have hurt me. You set nothing by a bloody costume. But here from Sir Toby opposite, you shall hear more.
How now,
If he had
gentlemen?
been in drink, he would have tickled your mother gates, then he did.
How is't with you?
It's all one. Has hurt me, but there's an end of it. Sot, did see Dick Sturgeon, Sot?
Oh, he's drunk, Sir Toby, an hour agone. His eyes were set at 8 in the morning.
Then he's a rogue, and I hate a drunken rogue.
Away with him. Who hath made this havoc with them?
I'll help you, Sir Toby. We'll get dressed together.
Will you help me? An ass head, a coxcomb, and a rogue, a thin-faced rogue, and a gull.
Get him to bed, and let his hurt be looked to.
I'm sorry, madam, for I have hurt your kinsman. But had it been the brother of my blood, I must have done no less in wit and safety. You do throw a strange regard upon me, and by that I perceive I hath offended you. Oh, pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows we made each other so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and two persons, a natural perspective that is and is not.
Antonio! Oh, Antonio, how have the hours racked and tortured me since I lost thee?
Sebastian, are you?
Fearest thou that, Antonio?
How can this be? An apple cleft in two is not more twin than these two creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful.
Do I stand there? Never had a brother. Nor is it that in my nature, that deity of here and everywhere. I had a sister, who the blind waves and surges have devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What countryman? What name? What parentage?
Of Messalene. Sebastian was my father, such as Sebastian is my brother too. So went he suited to his watery tomb, as spirits can assume both form and suit. You come to fright us.
Spirit I am indeed, but in that dimension I am grossly clad to the womb of which I did participate. Were you a woman, as the rest goes even, I should let my tears fall upon your cheek, and say thrice welcome, drowned Viola.
My father had a mole upon his brow,
As did mine.
and died that day when Viola from her birth had numbered 13 years.
Oh, that record lives lively in my soul. He did indeed finish his mortal act that day my sister numbered 13 years.
With nothing lets to make us happy both but this, my masculine usurped attire. Do not embrace me until each circumstance of place, time, fortune do cohere and trumpet. I am Viola, which, to confirm, I'll bring you to a captain in this town where lies my maiden's weeds. He upon some kindness sent me to serve this noble duke. All the occurrence of my fortune that hath appeared in me since hath been between this lady and this lord.
So it appears, lady, you have been mistook. For nature in her bias would have drew that you would have been contracted to a maid. But you have not, therein by my life, been deceived. For you are both betrothed to a maid and to a man.
Be not not amazed, right noble is his blood, and if this be so, and yet the glass seems true, I shall have share in this most happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times thou never shouldst love a woman like to me.
And all those sayings I will overswear, and all those swearings keep us true in soul as doth the old continent of fire that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand, and let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
The captain that first brought me to shore has my maid's garments. He upon some action is now under durance at Malvolio's suit, a gentleman and follower of my lady's.
He shall enlarge him. Fetch Malvolio hither. And yet, alas, now I remember me. They say, poor gentleman, he's much distract. A most extracting frenzy of mine own, from my remembrance, clearly banished his. How does he, sirrah?
Truly, madam, he holds Beelzebub at the stave's end, as well as a man in his case may do. Here he has writ a letter to you. I would have given it you today morning, but as a madman's epistles are no gospels, it skills not much when they are delivered.
Open it and read it.
By the Lord, madam!
Not
No, madam, I do but read madness, and your ladyship will have it as it ought to be. You must allow box.
Prithee, read in thy right wits.
So I do, Madonna, but to read in his right wits is to read thus. Therefore, pen, my princess, and give me ear.
Read it, you, sirrah.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you've put me into darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet I have the benefit of my senses as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not, but to do me much right and you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury. The madly used Malvolio.
Did you write this?
I, madam.
This savours not much of distraction.
See him delivered, Fabian. Bring him hither. My lord, so please you. These things never thought on. To think of me as a sister, as a wife. One day shall find thy alliance. So please you here at my house and at my proper cost.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and for your service done him so much against the metal of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breathing, and since you called me master for so long, here is my hand. From this day forth, your master's mistress you shall be.
A sister? You are she.
Is this the madman?
Aye, my lord. Oh, this same. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong. Notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have. Pray you peruse that letter. You must not now deny it is your hand. Write from it if you can in hand or phrase or say it is not your seal, not your invention. You can say none of this. Well, granted then. And tell me in the modesty of honour why you have given me such clear light and favour. Made me come smiling and cross-gartered to you, to put on yellow stockings and frown upon Sir Toby and the lighter people. And acting this in an obedient tone. Why have you suffered me to be imprisoned, kept in a dark house, visited by the priest, and made the most notorious geck and gull that her invention played upon? Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing. Though I confess much like the character, what is out of the question 'tis Maria's hand. And now I do bethinks me, it was she first came in smiling, told me thou was mad, and in such forms here we suppose upon thee in the letter. Maybe be content. Perhaps it hath more shrewdly been cast upon thee, but when we know the grounds and authors of it, we shall be both the plaintiff and the judge of thine own cause.
Good madam, hear me speak, and let no quarrel nor no brawl to come take the condition of this present hour, which I have wondered at, in hope it shall not. Most freely I confess that myself and Toby did set this device against Malvolio here, upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts we did conceive against him. Maria writ the letter, at Sir Toby's great importance, and in recompense whereof he hath married her. How with a sportful malice it was followed, but may it pluck from laughter than revenge. If that the injuries be justly weighed, as on both sides have passed.
Alas, poor fool, how have they baffled thee?
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. I was one in this interlude, sir.
One Sir Topaz, sir.
Well, that's all one. By the Lord, fool, I am not mad. But do you remember? Madam, why you laugh at such a barren rascal, and you smile not, he is gagged. And thus the worthy king of time brings in his revenges.
I'll be revenged. On the whole pack of you!
Yeah, being most notoriously abused.
Seek him out and entreat him to a peace. He has not told us of the captain yet. When that time comes, golden time convents, a solemn combination of our souls shall be made. Meanwhile, sweet sister, we shall not depart from hence. Cesario, so you shall be while you are a man, but when in other habits you are seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.
Each thing was but a toy, for the reigneth every day. But when I came to man's estate with hay, ho, the wind and the rain, gates, knaves, and thieves, men shut their gates, for the reigneth every day. But when I came, alas, to I